everybody, it's FREEDO here for Your Overwatch, and today I'm going to do a bit of a review on the PR changes. More time to have collected our thoughts and to think about what they're doing with the PTR, and of course as well, this morning, as many of you may have already known, they have made some more specific changes to Roadhog, Ana, and Sombra. Now, I want to lean on the Roadhog change most because I think it's the most difficult one for people to hone in on and know what it actually is doing and the effect it's going to have on the game. Basically, right now, I would say one of the biggest strengths of the triple tank meta, of course, as we have explained, some of the misconceptions about it is not understanding that Roadhog is the centerpiece of that enables all of it to work, because if you can just stand in a death ball, healing up entirely forever, and Roadhog can send his hooks through space and time to guarantee initiation and insta-kills, you don't really need any other fragging potential, so to speak, as long as your healing's on point and Roadhog keeps hitting hooks. Now, how does the hook 2.0, or maybe we're now in 2.1 with this new change, affect things? Well, the playstyle of Roadhog used to be that it was mainly about exploiting the ability to toss hook in unpredictable locations. Now, with that gone, it's more about punishing mistakes. Before, it was about abusing the hook. Now, it's about finding those angles that you actually can get a hook. Now, this little clip that I have of me playing Widow, I think kind of highlights how much better it is to play against Hog in this scenario. It's so much better. So when you know you're facing a Hog, or best yet, you don't know you're facing a Hog, you don't have to worry about these really crazy angles anymore. You don't have to worry about being around a corner and around a bend and whatever. You have to make the mistake. Okay, now here I die, of course, get hooked in by the Roadhog, but I have to be on his screen. It's more about playing the footsie battle with the Roadhog, and from the Roadhog's perspective, winning the footsie battle to get them locked into your death zone. There's actually interplay there, where the geometry of the map matters. It's such a beautiful world, and I know a lot of people are dissatisfied with the Roadhog hook, and I understand it still has some wonky elements, and I think that's always going to plague us, but as I pull the Hanzo off the top, it requires him to make a mistake. It requires him to expose himself into my line of sight so it doesn't get broken for the hook to work. That's such a beautiful thing. Hook 2.0 is the bee's knees, man. I'm telling you, it's legit. And I think beyond all the other changes that are happening, the change to Roadhog specifically helps put him in line to be a skillful character again, instead of cheesy and broken. Basically, I still think he's really good, actually, because he does so much. But the point is, he can't just put his body wherever he wants, flinging hooks willy-nilly, because if the enemy has cover for them to utilize and get behind stuff, or duck away at high ground or whatever, there's interplay there, which should happen with abilities. I don't care that if I hook a Reaper, he has a chance to Wraith form out of it, because dodging abilities should work. Now, I spoke entirely about Hook 2.0 and haven't mentioned the changes yet, but now they are tweaking it ever so slightly that if you are trying to grab somebody as they're running away, it won't disengage as quickly. It'll slow them down a bit so you can try to maintain line of sight just a little bit more. These small little tweaks, I think, are important, and once you get those hashed away, then we can look at Roadhog again in a more legit context. And the question is his weapon still sick if he can't hook people around corners? Is he still a force to be reckoned with? And I say yes. I think people are really undervaluing how powerful the ranged initiation and the insta-kill, the massive burst of damage that he does. He is still a sick character, but I think the most beautiful thing of it all, he's a much more rewarding character to play. He feels like a badass like he always has. He just doesn't have that random RNG component of literally taking shots in the dark for insta-kills. Now, with this new PTR update, there's a few other changes as well. I'll link the forum post in the description so you can read this for yourself. Of course, there's the small tweaks to the Roadhog hook so characters don't disengage as easily. I think that's great. The two other changes, of course, that I want to discuss are the Ana Biotic Grenade, which the effect duration is reduced from 5 seconds to 4 seconds. Now, we saw a lot of people talking about this. It seemed like they were focused on how that affects her ability to amp heal. But to be honest, and as I said in our discussion video, the amped heal isn't actually as good as anti-heal. As far as the nade goes, it heals 100 anyway. Tanks only have like 600 HP max, so you get 100 off of that. You're only going to be 2 or 3 shots from full health regardless. Now, of course, the amp heal matters a lot more when you're in duels and you're pocketing something, healing them up as they fight something else. But I think what matters even more is the duration of anti-heal, because now the window to close in on those targets until they get healed again is 1 second less, which is something to look out for, because we may be finally getting into that realm where Discord has more value than anti-heal does as an offensive tool. I think with this change, Zen is finally looking pretty juicy as an alternate to Ana. The last change that was on the PTR is that Sombra's hack cooldown was reduced from 12 seconds to 8 seconds. That's a big drop, actually, and I'm fine with it. I actually think Sombra's very close to being in her ideal state. And strangely enough, a change like the Roadhog change helps her along, in that when you have one character in the metagame that is just so horribly dominant for reasons that's beyond just the mere strategy of it, but for the power and ease of use, it makes playing with finesse harder. Because at some point you have to ask yourself, what is the value of sneaking around to do a difficult Sombra play if Roadhog can hook people through dimensions? But with the universe making sense again, we can start to think about expanding the typical Overwatch strategies to encompass more niche ideas. Exciting! Make it live now, please, Kaplan! Guys, if you enjoyed my post-PTR change breakdown, please leave me a like. It really does help us out and lets us know that you're enjoying the content, which we do like to see. Leave your comments down below giving your review of Hook 2.0 and the other things that are going on the PTR. Are you excited to see this hit live? I am. Just make it live now. I love it. If you haven't already, hit the subscribe button. We upload each and every day. Be sure to hit the bell icon so you get notifications of whenever our videos go live. Set up email notifications for our Twitch stream so you see when that goes live. Follow us on Twitter at YOUR-OVERWATCH-YT for stream announcements, updates, and other cool beepity bops. Check out our Discord server to hang out with the community and find teammates to pair up with on all regions, at all skill ratings on every platform. That's been it for me. I've been FREEDO for Your Overwatch. I'll see you guys next time.